Well, hello there, Scorpio. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. And happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful Scorpio season. So today we're going to take a look at November 2023. This is a general reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or any advice that Spirit has for you. All right, so let's get into this. Wow, and this one just popped out. So let's see. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. And then in the number 55, Snake Spirit, time to heal. Okay, so the fact that it's a master number, 55, fives are all about change. Knowing that you have to, it's where we get uncomfortable with where we are, what is going on in our life, that we know that we have to make changes, right? If you think about it, fours are about either building foundations for new things, right, that we're wanting to build, or being a little bit discontented, like the Four of Cups, being discontented with what we have. When we get to the fives, though, that means that we are ready to make some changes in our life, whether that is, the people that we're around, or where we live, or how we spend our days, right? There's something here that you're understanding. Okay, I've gotten to the five. I was trying to work on something. I was trying to build something new. I was putting time and energy into something, hoping that something would change, but something hasn't changed, and therefore I need to go ahead and make significant changes in my life in order to get to the sixes. And the sixes are all about victory. Think about the Six of Wands, right? The Six of Swords, moving on to more peaceful waters. So there's something here, and sometimes that means that we have to take a look at some wounds that we may be trying to heal at this time, or relationships that we're trying to heal. Just kind of like figuring out, what is it that I want to change? Is there something that I want to change as far as my mindset, my beliefs, my daily routines? We can't control other people. So I feel like there's something here where you've been trying to give somebody an opportunity to change, or a situation to change. So that could be your job, or it could be your neighborhood, or your even the country you live in. It's kind of like, okay, I was hoping things were going to change. I was giving this some time, but it's not. So now what am I going to do? And there is this energy where you're deciding that you have to go in a completely different way. Yeah, that it's time to understand that you can't stay where you are, okay? Whether that's changing jobs, changing careers, changing relationships, changing houses, right? Changing cities, changing countries. It's kind of like, okay, I've gotten to the five. I have to make a change. And it may be a change that you were hoping you wouldn't have to make, right? This could be leaving a relationship, leaving a job, leaving a career, leaving a place. I feel like at one time you thought that this was going to be your 9 or 10 of cups, whatever the situation is, but it's not panning out the way that you wanted it to. Look at this. Yeah, underneath, this is amazing. You have the Four of Cups. Remember I said the Four of Cups, you're kind of like discontented, right? And then you move to the fives where things are not just ho-hum, you're kind of like, yeah, I can't take this anymore, right? And then here at the very end, you have the Six of Wands. You are going to find the victory, okay, that you are wanting. But it does mean that you have to make some change. And, you have the peace here and deep knowing. You know deep down that you're going to have a peaceful resolution to whatever this situation is. But it is about taking back your power and no longer being a victim of whatever this is, right? It's kind of like, sometimes when we're in the Four of Cups, okay, and we're not happy with the situation, but we're wanting to give somebody else some time, okay, or a situation more time to play it out, right? And that's a great strategy. Sometimes we have to do that. But when you get to the fives, it's kind of like, I've given this situation enough time. It's not turning around. There's no progress being made here, right? So now I'm not just discontented. I am literally, ready to, move on to something else. I'm ready to make some changes. And that is where I think you are. You're with the five. Sometimes we can feel like the victim of a situation, but it is about taking back your power. Understanding that whatever it is that you think is the best for you, it is time for you to put that action, to take action on this. No longer allowing yourself to give something some time. It's time to take action and find the victory in a situation that you are wanting. And I think for a lot of you, the victory is just finding peace in this situation, right? This is the energy of healing, of understanding, okay, that person, that situation isn't going to change. Either I have to live with the fact that that person or situation isn't going to change, or I need to decide what is best for me. And this is where I think you are. You're kind of coming into this energy because your present energy is the Judgment card, taking action, right? Deciding what it is that you want. I think that you're kind of sad. There is a little bit of sadness here, understanding that the situation isn't going to change or the person that you're dealing with, they're not going to change. And it's kind of like sometimes that's really disheartening because we were hoping that that person or that situation would change. It was something that we wanted, okay? It could have been your 9 or 10 of cups. We wanted that in our life, and yet at the same time understanding, okay, it's just not working out the way that I wanted it to. And so now what am I going to do? This is you deciding what is the best path for you as you move forward. Maybe it is finding another job. Maybe it is leaving a relationship and going somewhere else. For some of you, I think there is this energy of waiting, because the 4 of Cups is very much an energy of waiting. Waiting, this could have been you sent your resume to a company that you really wanted to work for, and you even got a couple of interviews, but you haven't heard anything back, right? And it's kind of like, okay, I can't wait anymore. I have to make some change. I have to go forward on the path that is best for me. Same thing in a relationship. You could have been waiting for somebody. You could be separated from somebody, waiting for them to, return, or maybe they said they needed some time. You've given them some time, but you're not getting anything back. You're just kind of like on hold. And this is like, okay, how do I want to proceed? Understanding that a person or a situation is not going to change, and you've given it time. And I think that's what you need to know, Scorpio, is that I feel like you've really given somebody or some situation time. You've given them time to do the changing or the healing that you wanted to see in that situation, and it's just not happening. And knowing that you have family, friends, guides helping you to decide what is the best path for you. I don't think you're waiting anymore. You definitely, have the action, the yang, the divine masculine energy of I'm taking action. I'm deciding what is best for me, and I'm going forward. Because you look at this. You have the Fool card after a long time of kind of like holding yourself back, waiting to see what this situation was going to do. Now you're putting your love out there. You're understanding that it's almost like a little bit of a double-edged sword here energy. Kind of understanding that I think you were kind of in this double-edged sword type of energy with either a person or a situation. It could be even family or friends, right? It could be trying to decide, like maybe you have a friend group or a family situation going on and trying to decide. It was a double-edged sword, like how things were going to work out in the group. And now you're kind of deciding, okay, I just have to, I think you're just tired of it. You have the Knight of Swords here. It's been a long time. You've been persevering for a long time, not getting what it is that you want from somebody else or from this situation. The 4 of Cups twice, right? Being discontented with the energy, with what somebody is bringing to the situation, right? So I feel like you have done what you can do in this situation, but somebody else isn't reciprocating. And I think you've given them some time, and now you're recognizing, no, I've done everything I can do. I have to go forward in the best way for me. I need to have this peaceful resolution in my mind, knowing that I've done all I can do. And it's time for me to go on to whatever is next for me. Because your obstacle right here is, yeah, you deserve, you have the 10 of Cups, knowing that you deserve everything that it is that you want. This is the milk and honey, is the 10 of Cups. It's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, knowing that you deserve it, right? But it's kind of like you're kind of wondering, do I deserve it? This person isn't getting back to me, right? I wanted that job, but they're not, I thought I did a great job with the interviews, everything seemed to be great. Why aren't they, contacting me? Or if it's a family or friend situation, why aren't they, bringing more love or attention or time or energy to the connection, right? And it's what it's doing is it's a little bit messing with your mind, Scorpio, because you're feeling like, because this situation isn't giving you what it is that you want, okay, then you're kind of like feeling like, well, I don't deserve what it is that I want. Okay. And I feel like when you take back your power and you step back into your power and know that you deserve what it is that you truly want, right? You can start moving forward again. It may be slow at first, but then you'll pick up speed. This is the energy of working on whatever it is that you do want in your life on a daily basis. The Knight of Pentacles knows I have to put work and time and energy into what it is that I want. But that's okay, because I know if I do that, I will get what I want. This is a situation. It's you're putting time and energy into a new situation because you know that this past situation isn't going to work out for you. And it could be that maybe you put a lot of time and energy into this past situation. You're kind of burnt out, right? And it's kind of like, I don't know if I have the time and energy to put into what it is that I truly want for myself, right? I don't know. I gave so much to this other situation and it didn't pan out. So like, do I have time and energy for something new? But I think that that's what you're understanding. It's kind of like, no, I do deserve. Yeah, you have the 8 of Cups on the bottom. Knowing that when you walk away, when you take back your power and not allow some other situation, some past situation to drain you of your emotional energy, right? You will have the energy to put into something new that you are wanting, right? Or putting your time and energy into something that you already have, but you've kind of been neglecting because you've been having all of this, at least emotional energy tied up over here. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah, I feel like this is great. You're showing up in your own reading, the Death card, transforming. And then you have the Empress energy. This is transforming something that you created. Okay, so this could be a business, a creative project. It could be even that, say you're an artist or something like that, and you've been putting out your paintings, all right, to a certain group of people or to a different, or a gallery or something like that, and you're not getting the response that you are wanting. It's kind of like, okay, that doesn't mean that I'm not a good artist. That doesn't mean that I don't deserve what it is that I want, right? You've just been talking or showing your artwork to the wrong audience. Let's put it that way, okay? And it's kind of like, okay, I'm ready to offer what I have to give to some other audience, right? To some other people. Faraway places, new people, new horizons, understanding that you've kind of like, I think you put time and energy, just kind of like, it would be, let's take, say that you are very talented in abstract art, right? And so you are extremely talented and you've been trying to sell your artwork to a gallery, okay, that is well known for traditional masterpieces from the 1800s, okay? Your more modern abstract art just doesn't really fit in their galleries. So you're feeling disappointed because you've been taking something that you've created, right? You have the Empress energy, taking something that you created and have been trying to sell it, right? Or get support for it from people that just are not in the business of modern abstract art. It's not that what you are creating is not beautiful and doesn't deserve to have the recognition and the love that you are seeking. It's just that it's kind of like you're trying to sell it to the wrong audience. If you have a business, it could be like, say, you're trying to sell something and you're doing some content marketing, say on YouTube, right? But you're kind of like marketing perhaps to an audience that really isn't in alignment with what it is that you have to sell, or a service, or whatever it is. Understanding that when you change perhaps your platform or the content that you're putting out there, all of a sudden things are going to come into fruition for you. It's changing up. It's understanding, I think for some of you, you're trying to convince somebody. There's this energy trying to convince somebody. No, my art is really good. And they're like, I don't think this person is really denying that your art isn't good. It's just kind of like your art doesn't fit in their gallery. That's the way it's kind of reading here. So what are you going to do? It's about opening up your imagination, right? Understanding, no, wait a minute, I deserve what it is that I want. I'm stepping back into my power and I'm going on a new path. I'm finding new people, okay, that will appreciate what it is that I have to offer in my creative abilities, my spiritual gifts, my love, who I am. It's like understanding that is part of the healing process, is understanding that you've been trying to get some person, group of people, audience, whatever, to love you for who you are, but they're just not interested. It's kind of like that movie. He's just not that into you, right? It's kind of like understanding, like, and sometimes we just have to come to that realization. It does not diminish who you are. It's just that you're not somebody's, or what you're creating may not be somebody's cup of tea, and that's okay. It does not diminish who you are. It does not diminish your gifts. It's just picking up what you have and offering it to somebody else. And that's what you're doing. And when you offer this to somebody else, all of a sudden, in your loving way, okay? Because you have the Empress energy here, Scorpio, right? When you offer yourself, your full loving self and your gifts to somebody else on a new path, then all of a sudden everything falls into place. Yeah, you have the travel card. I do feel like some of you are literally moving, okay? If you're not moving, you're changing. Once again, it could be the galleries, the type of gallery, or the platform that you're on, or it's just this energy of, yes, I have to shift. It's not there's not anything wrong with me or what I'm creating. It's just, I need to find a different audience. Yeah, because look you're poised. You're poised for this victory. Both of these are energies of finding the people, the audience, the romantic partner, whatever this is, the people that truly love you when you allow yourself, right, to shift your energy from trying to convince somebody to love you or like what it is that you're creating. It's kind of like, no, it's so much easier when we come into alignment with people that cherish us for who we are. It's just so much easier. Yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly what you're doing. Look you're dropping the burden of thinking that you have to meet the needs, okay, or you have to meet the needs of somebody else in order to be in alignment with them, right? It's kind of like, okay, let's go back to the art. You are very talented at modern abstract art. And then you're taking your artwork to galleries that only deal with traditional masterpieces from the 1800s, okay? And they're saying, hey, yeah, you got some great stuff there, but you know what, Scorpio, it's not for us. Instead, maybe you're going home, and instead of staying with what you're good at, the modern abstract, you're trying to now become a masterpiece from the paint masterpieces from the 1800s, right? You're trying to change yourself, okay, in order to get the galleries to buy your art. But that's not who you are. You're not showing up as your true authentic self. So it's going back and saying, no, I just have to find a different soul tribe, or I need to find a different gallery, or I need to find a different audience. The audience that is a heart-to-heart connection for who I am, who I truly am. Because look at this. Wow, it brings in all of this healing when you understand that being yourself is the best version of who you are. It's not about becoming something else for somebody else. It's kind of like, no, I'm going to shine my own light. And when I do, I'm going to attract in people that are celebrating me. And this is going to bring me the happy family, happy home situation that is best for me. Yeah, I feel like there is, just something about that, about recognizing that if you're trying to change yourself, okay, to meet the needs of somebody else or a group of people, that it's putting you more into that victim mentality because you're not being your true authentic self. When we truly step into our true authentic self, then we feel comfortable with ourselves. We feel comfortable with the people that we're attracting in. It's just this sense of peace, of just knowing the love will flow. Yeah, really beautiful energy there, Scorpio. It's a great message for all of us too. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Scorpio, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, if I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Okay, there you go, Scorpio. When I was reading that, I was kind of thinking about, what is your desire? Let's go back to you're an artist, right? What is your true desire there? What is fueling your passion? Is it just to sell your artwork, any artwork, right? Because if that's the case, then sure, you could copy masterpieces from the 1800s and sell them to a gallery perhaps, right? But I don't think that that's your desire, right? Your desire is there's something when you're painting and creating artwork that is a reflection of you and your creative abilities and how you see the world, right? The message that you are trying to get across to the people that will see your artwork. That is the desire that burns inside of you. That is the type of artwork to create. And that artwork will also attract in people. It will bring you healing because you're actually doing something that is connected to your heart. And it will help you to attract in the people that love the artwork that you do, that want to be a part of your world, that will also help to bring you this sense of financial security. Yeah, it's kind of a very interesting message. It's not about, it could be that you could have been focusing on, I want to sell a lot of art, or I want to be famous, or something like that. And I think it's reconnecting to your desire. What is the true desire? That is where the healing will occur within yourself. Understanding what your true desire is, and then aligning your daily work to what it is that is in alignment with your true desire. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.